Sahid, I'm really honored and I feel so privileged to be the first guest on your community this year. So may this year be an eventful year for you. May all your ventures be successful and take greater heights. Actually, my name is Binsi Baby. Hello everyone from Kerala, India, God's own country. I am basically a sustainability professional. I am a graduate in civil engineering. I worked with government of Kerala in early 2000s in the digital transformation and e-governance front for a decade. Thereafter, I worked with a water sanitation company, which was doing automated sanitation. And that was a time when people, actually, we were not talking about sanitation at all, let alone the problem with lack of public sanitation for women. And women in India at that time were facing a lot of problems. We don't have clean bathrooms with adequate water to meet our basic sanitation facilities when we travel. So we came up with this idea of automated sanitation, and that was too. We would say that it was a time when talking about sanitation was kind of sort of a stigma. We were not. No one was ready to openly discuss the problem with lack of toilet, women holding their urine for so many hours until they get back, and lack of proper menstrual hygiene. So we came up with this whole idea of bringing technology into sanitation, and we came up with the electronic toilet, a concept called electronic toilets, where these toilets were self-cleaning and we were able to remotely monitor the performance of toilets. So I worked in this company for 10 years, again a decade, and that had given me a lot of experience interacting with several organizations across the world who were working in water and sanitation and water treatment. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation was, it's one of the largest philanthropic organization across the world, which is providing a lot of, support and encouragement to entrepreneurs and entities like us to provide safe and clean sanitation facilities. So I could interact with a number of organizations and research institutions across the world, and come up with improved sanitation facilities. And by that time, we also were thinking about how you can have make sanitation more accessible, more aspirational, and how we can actually have a very clear entrepreneur model around the whole idea of water and sanitation. And this during this time, we also started hearing about the idea of circular economy. How could actually convert the waste into resources, and how you can actually generate income out of that. So that was definitely a learning period for me. But being someone who is basically having this whole bend of thought about working with nature, working for nature, and with my education qualification also into that, and my digital transformation period in the career in the earlier 10 years, I was more working at the people with the common people at the villages, at enabling them to be digitally empowered. So these two things actually had a very good blend, and I could actually contribute my knowledge and experiences into that. And of course, I learned a lot from a number of people around the world. So in the last 4 years, I have completed my assignment in that company, and I have joined another organization which is into afforestation. It is an NGO based out of Trivandrum. We do a number of Miyawaki method of afforestation, and I'm also a carbon accounting specialist. So I've seen that all these learning and the past experiences actually put me into like interact with people like you, Dr. Sahid. And, I found that there's so many people around the world, and I'm so happy that I'm part of that tribe, which is working for spreading this whole message of sustainability and climate action. And now, how do you actually live along with the nature? So this is the driving force behind me, and I look forward to work with people like you and anywhere around the world, like people who would like to come to this sector. I can definitely help them out, and I would also like to share my knowledge from this part of the world. Like for example, what we are doing right now is rapid afforestation projects. You have 5 years, within a period of 5 years, you have urban forest, and you also do a lot of carbon sequestration. So We help communities, corporates who want to actually look into these areas. And but I'm basically someone who likes writing and reading and learning. So I always try to put my energy into observe and see how I can actually transfer my knowledge to people across the world so that they benefit out of it. So that's all about me. Yeah, thank you. Interesting questions, Dr. Sahil. Actually, I am from Trivandrum, which is the capital of Kerala. Kerala is known as a 100% literate state of India. So luckily, we women in Kerala are encouraged to undergo studies. So I am part of that lucky women group. So I did my academics from engineering from College of Engineering Trivandrum in civil engineering. Then I did my post graduation in business administration. So soon after I completed that, so these actually usually what people do is once you complete your civil engineering. That was a time when every branch of engineering after that people go to a computer program. I mean a computer course, and they become software engineers because that was the boom. Yeah, early 2000s or late 90s, everybody was running after, irrespective of which branch of engineering you are in. Almost 80% of my batchmates found it interesting to be into a software field. And of course, that was logical enough. But I was someone who wanted to go into a different path. I never was interested or I never got attracted to a software field, but I was neither interested to go into higher studies in civil engineering. I was really interested in do something on a macro management level. So that is why I took up a post graduation in business administration, because I wanted to know how a corporate work, because that is what is driving an economy of a country. So I wanted to know and feel and understand the dynamics of a corporate life. And so I took up a post graduation in business, sorry, business administration. I completed that with a second rank in the university. Soon after I did, I was inducted into a government of Kerala's initiative. It is an information technology department, which is a field organization which is driving all these digital transformation, computer literacy for the common man. So we had a very ambitious project where every one person from each family is given computer literacy. Remember, it is early 2000, not now where computer is known to everyone. So it was a very hard task to go and drive people to make them understand that this is the future. We went to every village. We had sessions. We had entrepreneurs who came up and who started running these small organizations called Akshaya centers, which usually trained these people, and government used to subsidize that. So that was a great learning for me. Actually, empowering people towards a digital transformation process. But through that period, I understood that digital is going to be the next normal. I mean, new normal. So unless you are digitally empowered, a part of your success or your economic development is crippled. And that is where I actually thought about everything related to digital transformation, and then I just I completed my assignment there with government, and the government and India was actually in the forefront of digital transformation. We are driving a number of new e-governance initiatives at that time. I think it's around 2010, and people need not have to go to offices. They could do their all interactions with most of their interactions with government by the end of that decade by through computers or through their their laptops, so they can go to a center and do that. So that was the first decade, and this had actually given me a lot of experience. And we actually, when I started, I joined this company which is doing water sanitation, and we started integrating this whole idea of sanitation and technology. The basic problem with sanitation, Dr. Abid Sahid, you were rightly pointing out, people will behave in such a manner in a public location. We can never say that. And unlike any other thing, like maintenance of a sanitation facility is very important. And for